with design engineers regarding the upgrading of the existing culvert on Jetty Road. None of those things we've ever seen. That's why we asked the question. There's no interceptor units specified anywhere. And we go on about appropriate design, road construction plans in regard to public safety. The response is all engineering plans are thoroughly assessed by Council in accordance with the Council's design standards, the relevant Australian standards of associated guidelines. All community notification for road construction works are in accordance with the Road Management Act. Of course, we all got a copy of that in that pocket, haven't we? And have Vic Roads had the opportunity to comment on this development to ensure that it is compatible. The response is the application, including all plans, was referred to Vic Roads pursuant to Clause 66 of the Greater Geelong Planning Scheme and Section 55 of the Planning Environmental Act 1987. Vic Roads did not object to the granting of a permit and provided conditions which have been included in the planning permit. And the last one was, how can the public obtain copies of the plans endorsed as part of the planning permit? Anyone can apply to the copies, for the copies of the planning permit, officer delegate reports and or endorsed plans by completing a planning information request with Council's statutory planning department. Forms are available online on Council's website at and should you require any further information, contact Joshua Trail at this email address.
Good luck.
So that was the response after Neil's hour and a half in there within the other day. But we'll still battle on. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
We had one there. How many did the council have there at deputation?
I was just one-on-one.
Oh.
Yep.
Very poor, though. It's very unusual. Council just saying you can only have one deputation.
We had Sarah and the way there's no wind up to go.
Yeah, that's his word against.
We didn't want to be intimidated by us fearsome people out here.
Yeah. We did appreciate the fact that he made time to see us, and one of us at least was able to go and spend some time asking these questions, and he's gone to the trouble to put together, to formulate responses that seem to be, seem to be an attempt to address the issues, but of course there's still big questions that aren't being answered.
Yes.
Just on the topic of petrol stations, I noticed that the other Caltex is on the market, and I wondered, have we actually inquired as to, I can kind of foresee that they'll open this new one on the corner, and the one further down near Mortimer's will then become virtually redundant.
Or a Coles.
Oh, it'll go out.
And then we'll be left with a petrol station and a temporary fence like they've got in Port Arlington.
They're very attractive sites, aren't they?
Yeah.
We've seen that from day one. Chris, you know, that's some information.
I actually asked that question. I was in there getting petrol the other day. The new Caltex isn't the Woolies one at all. It's a straight Caltex independent, so it's different. That's a Woolworths owned one. They've got
The new one.
the current one is a Woolworths owned one. The new one is a Caltex independent, so it's not a Woolies one. So they're not going to take the shopper dockets or any of that stuff.
But the Woolies
The
one
current
is the same.
that's the own Woolies lease. Woolies don't own anything. I work for Woolies. They don't own anything. They lease everything. So they're on a lease there. The person who owns that property is selling it, not Woolworths. The servo who have a lease for the servo to operate. So the lease is, we got I think it's a 10 by 10 by 10 sort of lease. So they're buying the property, not the business.
May well stay as it is, nothing to change. Okay, so if anyone's got any bright ideas of where we go from here, as I said, give us a hand, help out wherever you can. But we'll go down fighting. Okay, we were going to try and hear from our new group, the Friends of the Foreshore. Is there anyone got any information? We're trying to start this new group down below. Mike, good on you.
Okay, well,
I'll speak up for the Friends of the Foreshore, seeing on the committee. It seems to have around here a lot. The Friends of the Foreshore Committee has currently 8 members, and it's a group that's under the association banner. So we have the hierarchy of the association, and this little group has been formed basically of people who are interested in doing something down the foreshore. And we had our first meeting the other night, and everyone was quite enthusiastic about looking after the bay down there and looking after facilities. So there's a lot of interest in doing something down there and keeping that area down there well preserved for public access and having good facilities down there. On the facility side, my main project, I suppose, is the establishment of a fishing pier or platform. And given the time tonight, I probably won't give you a huge amount of information, but basically a bit of background. In 1997, the City of Greater Geelong employed Chris Dance Associates, and they are a company that do a lot of landscaping master plans, and they developed a plan which was about this thick, and one of the things they developed was the area would be well benefited by having a fishing pier for everyone to use and a fishing platform. The facilities down there are fantastic, and the only thing that's lacking is a fishing pier, so our kids can go out there fishing. We've got great access with roads down there, car parking, we've got a toilet block, we've got fish cleaning facilities. We just don't have anything that people can fish off except a rock wall at the moment. To date, the City of Greater Geelong have taken the opportunity of looking after the management of this and the building of it. And we went along to a meeting, Bob and myself, at the City of Greater Geelong, and they put forward a proposal of what they would like to put down there. And the area I'm talking about, we're going to look at here later on, but basically this is a boat ramp here, the dual ramp here, and there's a sand bank going straight out from that area. Their plan was to have a rock groin going straight out there, and on top of that rock groin to have a platform that people could walk out onto and fish. That's the side view of the rock groin, and what it would mean when you first look at it would be that people would be casting over rocks and groin, and if they wanted to retrieve their fish or unstick their line, they'd have to climb over rocks. So we invited the local fishing clubs to come down and have a look at this plan, and their first reaction was, of course, this is ridiculous. So we've asked the fishing clubs to send their information to the City of Greater Geelong, which they have. There's been about 16 to 30 replies gone back, and the reply back from the City of Greater Geelong will be the fact that this is only a first draft. So they will take public consultation and get feedback. The original idea was that we wanted a fishing pier, something like Griffin Gully down on the west of the beach. We didn't particularly want a rock wall. The other reason we didn't want a rock wall is that boats won't be able to tie up to a rock wall. And when the weather comes up rough and we've got 60 or 70 boats coming in here, which you do at peak times, we wanted a fishing pier so that they could tie up to it.